Researchers from the University of Colorado, New York University, and University of North Carolina published a study in the journal PLOS ONE, and what they discovered is that lack of education is deadly. And when I say deadly, I mean like really, really deadly. So here's what they say. Quote, over 145,000 deaths in 2010 in the U.S. could have been averted if adults who dropped out of high school had a high school degree or general education development, a GED. The figure is comparable to the number of deaths that could have been prevented if all current smokers had the mortality rate of former smokers. They also say over 110,000 deaths could have been avoided for that year if every adult who had some college experience had a bachelor's degree. And if the entire 2010 population held bachelor's degrees, over 550,000 deaths could have been averted. So, this actually reminds me of a story that we did about a year ago, where we learned that 50,000 Americans die every year because of lack of regulation. So businesses are not regulated in an efficient way, and as a result of that, people die. Because of many things. Accidents on the job and things like that, or even things like occupational diseases, where people work in certain fields and they're not protected the right way, and as a result of that, they get sick young and they die young. So 50,000 people die every year because of lack of regulation. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, nobody knows about it, nobody talks about it. Now imagine if 50,000 people died because of a terrorist attack in America. That's fucking inconceivable. 50,000 is a tremendously high number. Well, damn right we'd respond if that happened, if it all happened at once and if it was right in front of our eyes like that. But when it's a more systemic problem and an economic problem and a political problem, we all just fucking, we lose it. We can't pay attention and learn enough about it, so we're just like, oh, it is what it is. What are you going to do? No, but there is something we could do. These things are super preventable. You just need a good government. You just need a good government, and you just need smart regulations that are actually enforced. Now, by the same token, when you read this new study, you get the sense that, hold on, about 550,000 deaths can be averted if people just had a college degree, had a college education. Why is this not a tremendous discussion? Why are we not talking about this all the time? Or why are we not trying to drive policy having this fact in mind? Now, it's fair to say, well, there's a causation-correlation problem here. We don't know which thing comes first and which thing comes second. It's a chicken or the egg thing, yada, yada. But you can't deny, even accepting that criticism, you cannot deny that there's a tremendous upside to being more educated. You have better job opportunities, you have a higher quality of life. A plethora of things come along with that are positive for an individual. So, I mean, if I was a Democrat, I would take this information. I'd say any Republican who's not for universal education paid for via tax dollars, well, then you're anti-American because you're fine with 550,000 Americans dying every year because they don't have a college education. You want those Americans to die? God damn, what a bad person you are. How immoral can you be? And that's not wrong. It's not incorrect to say that. Why are you not saying that? No, this is what I mean when I say progressive policies, liberal policies. Having a social democratic system is objectively superior because it's actually better for the people that live in the society. And it's measurable, and you can see it right in front of your eyes or right in front of your face. Okay, so we need to fight to try to change this stuff. You shouldn't only be concerned about negative consequences if it's associated with Muslim terrorists. You should also focus on shit like this because you can actually save lives if you have good policy, like universal education and better regulation.